Back to another album review. Today's review is on Dark Side of the Spoon by Ministry. This is the band's seventh studio album. It was produced by Al Jorgensen and Paul Barker. The engineers were Brad Coplin, Jason Batcher, Jeff DeHaven, Brian Kenny, and Esther Navarez. The mastering is done by Tom Baker at Oasis Mastering. The album was released on June 8th, 1999 on Warner Records. The band decided to bring back the humor and some electronics that are absent from Filth Pig. And they also included some jazz influences, which I think is an effective way to make it stand out from their previous work. The band also decided they also dedicated the album to William Tucker, who ended his own life that same year. The title is a reference to Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. It's also a metaphor for heroin addiction, which is understandable given the fact that some members of the band were addicted to that stuff at the time. Obviously, I would never touch heroin or any other illicit drugs like that. Now let's talk about the songs. The album starts with Supermanic Soul. This track alone shows how drastically different this album sounds compared to Filth Pig. The next track is Whip and Chain. This track features vocals from Tai Kuhn, who was Al Jorgensen's girlfriend at the time. After that is Bad Blood, which was released as a single on September 14th, 1999. This is my favorite song on the album, and it was featured on the soundtrack for The Matrix, which came out the same year. The track is even nominated for a Grammy for Best Metal Performance in 2000. That was back in the days when the Grammys and award shows in general didn't suck ass. A music video was made. There's a link in the description. Up next is Eureka Pile. Yvonne Gage provided additional vocals on this track. Up next is Step. Ray Washman, the band's drummer at the time, helped Al and Paul to write the lyrics. That's followed by Nursing Home. Al actually played a banjo on this track. It isn't every day when you hear an industrial metal song that features a banjo. We followed up with Cave. Al and Paul helped, they had help from Ray Washman and Louis Vitek when writing the lyrics. Right after that is Vex and Silence. The title is meant to be a play on the phrase sex and violence. It also has Paul providing lead vocals. The second to last track is 10 out of 10. The track is fully instrumental. Also, there are some songs on this album where Al plays a saxophone, and the saxophone is an instrument that Trent Reznor is also able to play. Tracks 10 through 68 are completely silent, and the album ends with a hidden bonus track called Everybody's Summertime. When researching this album, I read that it was number 92 on the Billboard 200, so it didn't chart as well as the last two albums that the band made. It was also number 85 in the UK, 51 in Sweden, 57 in Germany, and 98 in Australia. Somehow this album got mixed reviews from critics, albeit to a lesser extent compared to Filth Pig. The worst offenders are Rolling Stone and the Rolling Stone Album Guide. Both publications are full of shit, and all music is almost as bad. Collector's Guide to Heavy Metal, Q, and NME thought the album was okay. Entertainment Weekly gave it a C+. Surprisingly, Kerrang gave it a perfect score. Now for my thoughts. I think this is a good album. It's a major improvement over Filth Pig, and most people can agree on that. Going from Psalm 69 to Filth Pig to Dark Side of the Spoon is like going from cocaine to heroin to rehab. There is some connection right there because Al Jorgensen was struggling with drug addiction and eventually went to rehab. So this was a rather dark period for the band. They were to play at Ozfest in 2000 but were dropped and replaced by Soulfly. To add insult to injury, they were dropped from Warner Records, who released the band's greatest hits album, titled Greatest Fits, in 2001. More on that in the next episode. Overall, I recommend checking out this album. Now it's part where I question you. Have you listened to Dark Side of the Spoon? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? Did you know about what the band was going through during the making of this album? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to notify of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another review.